Okay, now we're going to start working on the legs. So I have already completed 3 of them. So I'm going to show you how to do the leg. So what you want to do is start with your black, which is going to be the bottom. So you won't be working with the black very long. So you actually want to make 4 of these all together. So whatever color you're working with C is your color. Start with that. So you want to do a chain 2, and you can use your stitch marker here. I do not need to. I'm just going to count as I go, but by all means use your stitch marker. You're going to do 6 single crochet in the first stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and now what you're going to do is you're going to work in continuous rounds. So you got 6 here, so you're just going to put 2 into this first one and 2 in each stitch. So there's 1, 2, and then you're just, as of working an increase in each stitch, you're going to count around 12 if you're not using your marker. So that was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So basically you just doubled your stitch count. Okay. So now you'll have 12 this round. Now round 3, you're going to do a single crochet in the next and 2 in the next. So you're just going to have a total of 18. So there's 1, 2 in the next, 2 and 3, single here, that's 4, and then 2 in the next, 5 and 6, and then you'll work that around. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And then you'll stop once you get to 18 because you know that's your stitch goal there. Alright, so you increased, so you have 18 stitches. Now rows 4 and 5. Are you going to do a single crochet around? So you're just going to count 18 stitches as you go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Okay, that was row 4. Now you're just going to do the same thing around again for row 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now on this last stitch, you do not want to complete it. We are going to change over to our yellow. So just do one stitch and pull up. You're just going to finish this black off, and then we're going to add in our yellow here so we can start working the leg part. Okay, pull that through. Then I'm just going to tie this one good time there. And now I'm just going to go ahead and flip this, as it's going to do that anyway. Alright, and now you're going to just single crochet around for rows 16 or 6 through 17, and that's going to give you your leg. So you want to single crochet in the stitch that you're in, working over this tail for a few stitches. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and that should be enough there. And get rid of those, and get rid of that center one too. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Okay, so now that's row 6. You're not going to join, you're just going to go directly into the top of that stitch, and you're just going to keep going with single crochet. Okay, so you're going to keep going until you get to row 17, and then you will fasten off, leaving a longer tail so you have plenty to stitch your leg onto with the body with. And just keep in mind that you're not going to fold this leg at the top, so you do need to make sure that you're going to have to stitch all the way around the top of this leg, so make sure you leave enough of a tail to do so. Okay, and you can go ahead and stuff the leg as well once you get to that part. And whenever I come back, I'll show you the finished project that I have, or the piece that I have completed, and then we'll move on to doing the spots. Okay, and I'll meet you back up. Okay, so here is the finished leg. I've got all the way up to row 17. I have it stuffed, I have this knotted, and then I have my finished piece here, and I've got my needle threaded and ready to go. So I'm going to set that aside. And now as for the actual spots here, I went ahead and done half blue and half brown. I wanted to color it up a bit, and you need a total of 12. Okay, so basically I did all of my blue ones already, and I did all of my brown except for one, so we will do my last one together. So you will go ahead and make a slip knot, and they're all going to be the same. And if you wanted to use, you know, a different color for every spot, or you wanted to use 3, 4, 5 different colors, that's up to you. Make them colorful if you wanted to do so. Brown and blue go really good together, and it's actually one of my favorite color combinations. So I went ahead and did that. So you're going to, with whatever color, chain 2, and you're going to do 6 single crochet into that first stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this is going to be very simple. All you're going to do is put an increase in each stitch. Working in a continual round, you're going to put 2 single crochet in each stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then in the next stitch you just want to pull through and make that a slip stitch. Pull that tail real good, and then you're just going to leave yourself a long enough tail to sew that around, because you will have to sew it on all the way around. So then just pull that tail all the way through, and that seals it up. So I have 4 more to actually put onto the body. Okay, so now that all my spots are now complete, we will move on to working. We will actually work the mane here next, so we will get started on that next. Okay, now with our brown or color B, we're going to do our mane. You're going to start off and we're going to chain 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now what we're going to do is double crochet in the 4th from your hook. You're going to skip the next 3 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, and you're going to do 7 double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so 7 doubles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now you're just going to repeat that process. So you're going to skip 3 and then double crochet in the next, or 7 double crochet in the next. Now whenever you're doing that many stitches in a stitch, you got to keep in mind that you're going to lose a stitch to behind here. So if you're looking closely, you've got a stitch here, so if you pull this back, you'll see there's a stitch right here. If you don't pay attention to that, you will lose your stitch count very quickly. So you want to pull that back, and you see that stitch that comes right here? That is a stitch. You need to make sure to be aware of that. So skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to do 7 double crochet in that next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, same thing. You want to make sure and pull this over, and you're going to find that stitch. So see, if I put my hook in there, you're going to see the stitch right there. Okay, you're going to see there's a stitch. So always make sure that you pull that. Okay, so you're just going to work that down this chain. Make sure you skip 3 stitches, and then in that 4th stitch you're going to work 7 double crochet. So work that down to the last stitch. I'll meet you at that last stitch, and actually all you're going to do is single crochet in the last stitch, cut enough of a tail to be able to sew the mane down the back, and actually I will meet you for the next part of the video.